Most people in the creative community don't realize how to market themselves or how to come to an end price when dealing with people who are interested buyers. And this video is kind of to help explore that and how I might come to an end price, and how are you creative, and how do you price your work and value your time, and how do you get the word out about what you're working on. Because a lot of people who are creative want to monetize their craft. They want to share their gift with other people, and they want to make a little income from it, because believe it or not, materials and time alone is very expensive, and typically is the amount of time it takes. You know, you have to have I hate to say an hourly value, but I won't take minimum wage. If it's quilting, I do it for $10 an hour, plus materials, plus an extra 12% on top for my profit, you know, not just to get paid for what I'm doing. And that leaves me a little wiggle room to negotiate with people if that's something that they want to do, because I can understand it's a little expensive. Whereas my grandmother, who quilts, will do it for about $30 an hour, but she's been doing it for a lifetime. Some people like to charge per day instead of doing it hourly, and that's good if you're, say, a photographer. You know, when you do wedding photography, you can make about, you know, a day's work could be $1,000, $1,500, $1,250, whatever you are comfortable with, and how many people or equipment that you're bringing and how long you're working. Same for musicians, might charge by the gig, not by the hour. Everything, there's not a hard and fast rule, but I think it does help to sit down and really mark out everything that you're doing. For example, if I'm quilting, I have to charge for everything that I purchase. You know, like, I have 2 of these. They're the exact same piece of jelly rolls, right? They're pre-cut fabrics. There's 40 pieces in each one. It's not going to make a whole blanket, but with 2 you can make a whole blanket. Usually you supplement with a white or a black or another colored fabric. This one is $25. Together you're looking at about $50 plus shipping. So if I'm making something, you have to think, you know, how much money did I spend in gas? How much money did I spend in shipping? How much money did I spend in materials and time and other things that nobody thinks about, like your rulers and your iron and everything else. Now these are the exact same as the other 2, different maker, different brand, and these I bought for, I don't want to admit it, but about $45 a piece. I can't say for certain how much I've spent just in quilting and fabric alone, but for all the tools and for all of the fabric and for all of everything else that goes into it, it could be a couple $1,000s just in investing in myself alone. And these are gifts. These aren't things that I sell. If you're charging someone, there is a monetary value. And I do tell a family how much sometimes it takes to make something, to make them realize how much has gone into something that says, I love you, or I'm thinking of you, and this is what I'm bringing to you to let you know how much you mean to me, because they think, oh, it can be done in a weekend. You know, is there any way to really make sure that you're getting paid? Well, you have to work with people to figure out, you know, is this a price that you're willing to pay? It is handmade, it is invested, it is a practice. We can't do it as cheap as, you know, ordering something online. If you want a blanket and you only want to spend $30, then do it with Amazon. Don't ask a friend who's willing to spend 30 hours, 100 hours, 200 hours making something for you and tell them that their work's only worth $30. I advertise through social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. I have a website, a blog, 2 blogs. It can be a little hard to get people to pay for what you feel a painting or your piece is worth. And a lot of times I say, start with a high number. If you don't think they're going to value your time or even risk talking to you about it, they're going to either walk away and they weren't serious about spending any money, they're just window shoppers, or they're serious. Find out what their budget is. Tell them what you can do within that budget. Thanks for watching.